Hi everyone, welcome back to art. Today we're going to be designing our own digital bookmarks for our bookmark design contest. You might remember doing this last year. We do this during March is Reading Month. Normally we do it in class on a piece of paper, but this year we are going to be making a digital bookmark, and I'm going to show you the steps of how to do that in a second. When you design your bookmark, you can put pictures on it, you can put writing on it, you can put both. You get to decide what your bookmark looks like. In the end, we're going to vote for 3 winners who we think have the best design or the most creative design. Let me show you the winners from last year, and this might help you start to think of some ideas. So this bookmark was made by a 5th grader, and she put today a reader, tomorrow a leader, and she put Simba from The Lion King. Our theme for March's Reading Month was Disney. All right, here is a 3rd grade bookmark winner, and they put, hey sheriff, let's go catch those non-reading people. And they've got a sheriff, maybe it's Woody, I'm not sure. And then our last winner was a 1st grade artist, and they designed their bookmark by saying, reading takes you happily ever after. And then they drew what looks like Cinderella because she's missing her shoe. Okay, so all of these had a saying and then a picture that kind of went with the saying. They all had something to do with reading and something to do with something else too. Yours does not have to follow the same things as those ones, though. You get to design your own bookmark. So here is how we're going to design our bookmarks this year. After you're done watching this video, you need to click up here on your screen where it says My Document. Once you click on that, it's going to take you to your bookmark, your digital bookmark that you can design. Now mine has my name up here, yours will have your name up there. And this is how it starts. So I started it for everyone as light blue, but I'm going to show you first how you can change your background color. Before you do any designing, you might want to stop and think for a minute about what you want your bookmark design to be. So maybe you pick a character that you want to have on your bookmark, or a scene, or a phrase, or a saying. Let's see, I think I'm going to do outer space as my design, and I think maybe I'll put a saying like, reading is out of this world. So if I'm doing outer space, I think I'm going to want a black or a really dark blue or purple background. So to change the background, I'm going to right click on my bookmark somewhere, and then I'm going to go down to where it says background, and I can choose from any of these colors. I could also click the word custom and make my own color. I could click the word gradient and I could make my own kind of ombre effect, but I think I just want to stick with black for my background. So step 1 was change the background color. Now I can add my words or my pictures. I think I'll add my words first. So I'm going to come up here. This little square that has a T inside of it will add a text box. So I click on that, and then I'm going to click where I want my text box to be, and I'm just dragging about how big I want it to be, but I can always change the size later. Now, before I type, I notice my font is going to be black. If I have a black font on a black background, it's not really going to show up. So I'm going to change this to white. And now I can start typing. Reading takes you out this world. Now that looks a little small on my bookmark, so I think what I'm going to do is highlight all of my words, and I'll change the size. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I think that looks better. Okay. And then I think I might want it to be centered. All right, now I can work on adding my picture. There's lots of different ways you can add a picture to your digital bookmark. I'm going to show a couple of them right now. So one of them is I could draw it myself using shapes and lines. So I think I'll add some circles to kind of look like planets right now. So I'm going to click on where it says shapes over here. I'm going to hover down over shapes, and I'm going to pick the one that I want. I want a circle. Now I'm going to click and drag for my circle. If I decide I made it too big or too small, I can always change the size by clicking on one of these blue squares and dragging out or dragging in. Now I think I'll have this be the planet Mars, and I know Mars is red. So I'm going to come up here. Once my circle is selected, I'll have this option up here. It's a paint bucket. When I click on that, I can choose a new color. So I want red. I don't want a border, so I'm going to take that away. And here is my first planet. Maybe the next planet I want to draw is Saturn. Saturn has some icy rings, so I would start by making my planet. I'll do that, a border. And then I think I want to draw some rings around it. So I'm going to come up here where it says line, and I'm going to pick the scribble line. I like this one because I can draw wherever I want in any way that I want. So I'm going to hold down where I want that ring to go. There it is. It looks a little small, and right now it's black, which might not show up against my background. So I'm going to change the color. I'll do a purple ring, and then I want to make it a little bigger. So I'm going to click this button next to the pencil and make it bigger. Now I'll go back to my arrow, and I like it. It looks like Saturn. I could keep doing this with drawing using shapes and lines. I could also upload some images from the internet or from my computer if I want. So I think what might look cool is a rocket ship and maybe a book somewhere in this picture too, since I'm talking about reading. My rocket ship, if I don't want to draw it with my shapes and my lines, I could find a picture of a rocket ship on Google. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click right here next to that text box. This is kind of like a little picture of mountains. I'm going to click on that, and I have some choices of how I want to insert my picture. I could take a picture with my camera, but I don't have a rocket ship, so that's not going to work. I could upload a picture from my computer. So if I already have a picture saved on my computer, I could do that. Or I could search for a picture on the web or online, if it lets me. All right, mine's having trouble connecting right now, so I guess I'm not going to do that. It should work for you though. You'll just have to type in rocket ship in the box that comes up over here. So I'll do this instead. I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to type in rocket ship. I'm going to write clip art just so, because I think I want it to be clip art. I'm going to click images and find a rocket ship that I like. So it looks nice. All right, I'm going to save this to my computer, or I could copy it. Let's copy it because that'll be a little faster. And I can paste it on my bookmark. There it is. And I can fix the size. And I can add that rocket ship to my bookmark now. I could add other pictures like an astronaut or an alien if I find them on Google. I think I'm going to add a few stars. So remember, for shapes, I come up here, click on shapes. Then I can hover over and find the shape I want. Let's see, which one would look the best for a star? Maybe some of these. I click and drag to make the size that I want. I'm going to change the color. Let's do some white and some yellow stars. All right. Then I could draw that shape again, or since I know I just want kind of the same thing, I'm just going to copy this. So I'm going to hold down the Option key on my keyboard and drag this to a new spot, and that will make a copy. I could also, hit Command C, to copy, and then Command V to paste if I want to just copy and paste this. All right, I added a few more stars and another planet to my bookmark. I think I am all set with my design. So when you like your design and you're ready to turn it in, it's very important that you come up here and click Submit Assignment. If you don't click Submit, I don't get a message that tells me you're done, and then I think that you did not turn this in. So click on Submit when you are finished. That sends me a message. Yes, I want to submit. And I'm getting a message that it's having trouble. That's because I'm filming on my computer right now. Hopefully you don't get that message. And then you are all set. Keep an eye out for when we're going to vote on the winning bookmarks, maybe sometime next week or the week after. Bye, everyone.